Hi, so I'm very interested in the subject of Egragors, which if you don't know what that is, I'll tell you in a minute. I use Chat GPT sometimes to write scripts. Now, it's not really the way I would speak, but I will read it the way that it is written and then I'll add a little bit at the end. So, kind of got a snotty nose, I'm sorry. I might struggle to speak a little bit. But anyway, here we go. Hey there, buckle up for the journey into the mysterious. I would never say that. Anyway. Where reality and imagination dance hand in hand. Ever heard of something called an egregore? It's like this cosmic puppeteer, a living thought form brought to life by shared beliefs and emotions of a group of people. Imagine it as the maestro orchestrating the eerie symphony we're about to unravel. I don't know why it worded it like that. I asked it to say it like I'm talking to somebody I know. I wouldn't talk like that. It's a bit over the top. Anyway, whatever. Now picture yourself wandering through the stone halls of Chillingham Castle in England, which, by the way, you can do. You can go and visit it. I've never been, but I plan to. A place echoing with history and whispered tales. In the midst of all is a character named John Sage. Despite doubts about his historical existence, there are claims of seeing his ghost prowling the castle grounds. It's like stepping into a ghost story within a ghost story, right? The legend of John Sage is intriguing. Some historical records cast doubt on whether he was a real person or just a figment of collective imagination. Here's where it gets even more fascinating. Could John Sage's ghost be an example of an egregore, a spectral entity brought to life by those collective beliefs and stories of those who wander through Chillingham Castle? But let's not stop there. Picture this egregore concept extending its influence into other realms of folklore. Take the Loch Ness Monster, for instance. People claim sightings of this elusive creature in the Scottish waters, yet scepticism persists. Could Nessie be just another egregore, a mythical being born from the shared tales of the Loch? Now let's delve into the forests and mountains where the legend of the Bigfoot roams. Sightings abound, stories weave through the trees, yet concrete evidence remains elusive. Could Bigfoot be the result of collective belief, a forest-dwelling egregore captivating the imagination of those who tread the wilderness? And let's leap back in time into the realms of Greek mythology. Gods and monsters like Zeus and the Minotaur captivate our imagination. Could these ancient tales be more than myths evolving into powerful egregores shaped by generations of storytellers? Venture into the frosty landscape of Norse mythology, Thor, Odin, and the fearsome Fenrir. These gods and monsters have left an indelible mark on our cultural tapestry. And when they are they merely stories, or could they be egregores shaped by the beliefs and fears of those who once gazed upon the northern skies? Now here's where the plot thickens. This is what I think, but it's written in its words. Now here's where the plot thickens. In my exploration of these tales and entities, I didn't ask it to say that, but whatever, that fuels them, I've stumbled upon a theory. What if an egregore created by mass psychic energy from the collective belief becomes a vessel that demonic entities can inhabit? These entities might use vessels to create fear in people, a fear that can then feed upon. It's a theory and speculative twist on the story we've unravelled, adding a layer of mystery to the supernatural world we dare to explore. No, I'm not reading the rest of that. So, for an example, like in more or less the modern world, if you've ever seen the film Freddy: A New Nightmare, it says in that, like, it's supposed to be like Freddy Krueger's the character is coming into the real world. It's kind of a film inside a film, if you know what I mean. Like the woman who plays what's she called from the first film? I can't remember. I think she's called Heather in real life, Heather Langenkamp or something like that. It's like Freddy's come out of the film and attacking her in real life, and then she goes to see Robert Englund, not Robert Englund, Wes Craven. She goes to see Wes Craven, and he's like, you know, he more or less tells her the same thing's been happening to him, and he's been seeing strange things, and it's been attacking him in the real world as well. And like it's going after her son, and like because her son believes that like he's got this dinosaur soft toy, and he believes that it's real because he's a child. It's like it comes to life at night and attacks Freddy to keep it away from him and things like that. And like she finds it at one point, and it's got like the 3 scratches down it. Anyway, that's an example of an Egragor. So I just thought I'd bring that up anyway. But anyway, going back to what I was talking about, if you think about it like this, if you move into a house and like there's supposed to be a ghost there, and they'll say, "Oh, they'll say I'm so and so, and I lived here like in the 1800s." How would you know if there's no like if there's like you don't have like a connection like through your family or something, and there's nobody around who's going to know anybody who was alive in those times? How would you know it's a real person? This is slightly going off the idea of an egregore, but it's still like, you know, it would be something like demonic pretending to be a person from the past. How would you know? I could tell you anything. How are you going to verify it? I mean, like, maybe you could go and you can look up like records of people that have lived on the land in the past. But I mean, there's no reason why this thing couldn't know the names of these people. You know, they've been around. You know, if they've been around forever, they're going to know things that like people who are alive today aren't going to know, aren't they? That's another point I wanted to make. I mean, I've never seen a person. I don't think I've ever seen a ghost of a person. Anyway, it's always been something like you know, non-human. Like even when I saw the shadow person, I never saw any features or anything. It was just like a darkness. I'll talk about that a little bit actually. So how it happened was the first time I actually saw it. This happened with the little cloud thing as well, but whatever. I'd gone to bed and I was asleep, and I was dreaming. This always happens as well, by the way. I'd be dreaming about something or other. You know, it would just be normal, weird. Like you feel like it's real when you're dreaming, don't you? But then you don't. When you think about it afterwards, stupid things happen. But like I'd be dreaming, and then it's like I'd become aware that there's something weird, and then it's like I'll think, wait a minute, you know, I'm not awake. This is a dream, and as soon as I realise that it's a dream, then there'll be something there. I don't always see it. Once or twice I have, but I can talk about that another time. So whatever it is, will be there, and it's like it goes, and then as soon as it goes, I start waking up. And like the worst times it's happened, I'll like wake up, but it's like I don't fully awake. It's like I have to fight to come out of it, and then I've not been able to move or speak. Like I'll be trying to like call out to somebody. I'll be like, I can't speak. All I can get is like that. You know, it's like my voice won't work, and then like I'll be fighting it, and then I'll wake up eventually, usually freezing cold, and then I'll look around the room, and then the first time it happened, I wasn't expecting to see anything, and just didn't really know what was happening. This was after all the alien abduction stuff, by the way, because well, it doesn't matter. So I'll be looking around the room, and then I'll look in this one corner, and it's the corner where, if you can imagine, like, you know, the light mostly comes in here from the street light, but it doesn't really come over to this side of the room. So there's a lot of shadows and everything and darkness, and it's like in the darkness there's like an outline of something, and I couldn't work out what it was at first. The very first time it happened, but I could see something. It was like the head and the shoulders mostly. Now these are high ceilings in this house. I think they're about 9 or 10 foot tall. I mean, I'm guessing. I think we did measure it actually at one point, but they're high in ceilings anyway. And it was almost to the top of the room. and it sort of like was just standing in the shadows, and it was just slowly swaying like that, just like that, even slower than that actually. And but I could feel it looking at me. Even before I saw it, I felt like something was in the room with me, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't really realise that's what the feeling was right away. But after thinking about it afterwards, yeah, that is what it was. And it never spoke, by the way. Um, just stands there watching me. And it's like it's feeding on your fear. That's what it's like to me, anyway. Now, because I'm a Christian, obviously, I prayed and I cast it out in the name of Jesus. But when I'm not really. I don't go to church. I'm not. What am I trying to say? I don't go to church, and when I first started doing it, it didn't go right away. It's like it was fighting me, like maybe my faith wasn't strong enough or something like that. Um, but then after like the third or fourth time, it's like something in it started to break, and then it'd go quicker. And it's to the point now where I've not seen it in maybe 5 years, and I don't want to see it again. By the way, because it's not a fun experience. I can tell you. Look, you're on camera. Go on. Yeah, it's not a fun experience, and I would definitely not recommend anybody go and try and find these things, because you might think, oh, I'll get videos on YouTube and stuff like that. Well, when I did try and video it a couple of times, and when I watched the video back, there's nothing there, and there's no strange noises or anything. It's just like the corner of a room. You can't see anything. So that's why I've never posted anything like that. There's no point, because I don't think. Well, I don't know. I'm not sure really. I think they can decide whether they're going to let you pick them up on camera or not. And I do think sometimes that they'll let people pick things up so that the person will start getting drawn in, if you know what I mean, and they'll start looking into the occult and things like that. It's like fishing. That's like bait on a hook, if you know what I mean. But yeah, anyway, for me, most of the time, the only time I've ever really picked anything up on camera actually is when I've not been looking for it, and it's just been accidental. Well, is it accidental, or is it what I've just said? Well, are they doing it on purpose to try and get me to start looking into these things? Because I kind of think that is it. Well, anyway, I'm not going to go on too much about that, but like I've already said in other videos, I was really interested in the alien thing, and because of the X-Files, and that drew me into that, and that's when I started having all the alien abduction experiences. I never saw any aliens. I have missing memories, so maybe I did, but I don't remember. But I don't believe that they're aliens, and I really don't. But obviously, if you don't agree with me, that's fair enough. I don't demand to be agreed with, but I'm just trying to put my side of it out, and then if anybody wants to comment, then they can. But because I'm really struggling with my nose, I don't know if you can tell, it really blocked up today, so I'm going to leave it there. So that's Egragors and demons and aliens and everything like that. What do you think about all that stuff? Oh, Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster as well, I almost forgot. And John Sage. So I've been through a few things. I hope people found this video interesting. If you did, tell me. And if you didn't, tell me why it wasn't interesting. And, if you could give me some constructive criticism, then maybe I can do better next time. And hopefully next time I won't have a blocked up nose as well. But I'll leave it there now. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then please leave a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, then please consider subscribing. But other than that, if you got this far, thanks for watching, and bye for now. Bye.